Hi, it's Chris. In this video, we're going to show you how to inspect the terminal block on your dryer. Keep in mind if your machine needs to be repaired, it's usually simple enough to do it yourself. Visit partselect.com, enter your model number, and quickly find and order the part you need. Now, what does a terminal block do? Terminal block is the item that basically connects the wiring from your home and your power supply to the wiring harness inside the dryer itself. Now, not every Samsung dryer will have a terminal block, but for the ones that do, it's really important to every now and then inspect it. You want to make sure that the terminal block, which clamps the wires together between the house and the dryer, are secure. If they're not secure, you run the risk of a connection overheating. So that could be one of the wires starts to overheat and arc and actually finally melt. And that can result in either the dryer not working at all, or it may still run, but you don't have any heat. Worst case scenario, if it's not addressed and it's left and it burns up badly, it could potentially start a fire inside the dryer. So to inspect our terminal block, the first thing we want to do is remove the power from the dryer. And that can be done either by unplugging it, or if it's hardwired in, you're going to want to go to your circuit breaker and turn off the breaker, or if it's a fuse panel, remove the fuses for your dryer. So now that we've removed the power supply from the dryer itself, what we want to do is go around to the back of the dryer where either your house wiring enters the dryer or the power cord that's on the back enters the dryer. So now we have an access panel right here that's going to give us clear view of the terminal block. So we're just going to remove the screw, and that'll allow us to remove the access plate. And now we can clearly see the terminal block itself. We can see where the wires from the power cord attach to the terminal block, and if we look a little closer to the upper side, we can see where the wires from the dryer, its wiring harness, connect to the terminal block. So this terminal block is actually making a physical electrical connection between the power supply and the dryer itself. So what we want to do is make sure that the terminal block is in good condition. In other words, where it's mounted, we want to make sure it's not cracked or in some way that it's, if it's loose or just barely hanging in the dryer, that's a safety concern, and that has to be, meaning it either has to be secured properly or it may even have to be replaced if these tabs are broken. As well, where the wires attach need to be tight. You can't have a wire that's loose, such as if the wire was like this. This is a perfect opportunity for this wire to actually start to arc and overheat and eventually burn. So you want to make sure that all of these are tight. Check each one. So they're nice and tight, and you want to look to see if there's any type of arc marks or burn marks on the terminal block. And they'll look burnt as far as like black in color, almost a bit of a soot on them. And you may notice that you're seeing some melted insulation on the wires themselves because they've been overheating. If you're seeing any of that, then you're going to want to look at having to replace your terminal block. So there you go. It's just that easy to inspect the terminal block on your dryer.